Good afternoon, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. It's been over a week actually since my last stream. If you don't count the D&D streams I do on Sundays, it's been about 10 days since I've last been on people's screens, which is probably the longest I haven't streamed in a while actually. Give everyone a few minutes before I begin. I think my plan today is, because they've added Deadpool to Marvel Rivals, I'll be playing that. Anix, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Congrats on your first medal on that username. Mohammed, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? I've actually reached YouTube partner now. I've been working this past week making YouTube videos with friends. And we've got 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time, so we've got the YouTube partner, which is a good thing. I'm going to be doing some anime watch-alongs as well on YouTube. So right now I've done watching Horrible Histories and Doctor Who with Luna Harpy. My friend Emma, I'm introducing her to Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm also going to be watching Death Note with Sarah Hazel, and Chainsaw Man with Tori. So you've got that to look forward to. I'm recording with Tori on Wednesday. And then I'll be editing and uploading those weekly. Congratulations on your streak, Mohammed. Enjoy those extra channel points. 30 whole days, that's a whole month. I hope everyone's had a good January so far. We're like 18 days into it. Despite Trump's best efforts to ruin it straight away. Luna Harpy, welcome on in. Unfortunately, no, you are not first. I applaud your attempt to try and gaslight people into thinking you are, but no. I was just telling everyone about the YouTube partner and how we've been watching crap together and just yapping over the whole thing. It's good. She's been getting educated on British TV. She knows what a Dalek is now. A few weeks ago, that would have been complete gibberish to her. I mean, if anyone says that you're not first, I guess that means they're sexist, right? What am I going to do today? I'm going to do the Wordle. I'll do my Duolingo. We'll do some time guesser as well. And then we'll complain a bit about Elon Musk and Grok, because I hate it. I'm not done hating on Elon Musk. I don't think I ever will be. I'm very certain Muhammad has got that, because I know my Greek mythology enough. But I'll wait and see if it gives me some other random ass answer, which it's been known to do sometimes. I've also been watching the Amazon Fallout TV series. It's making me want to replay Fallout 4 or something again because it's a really fucking good TV series. And I reinstalled Fallout 4. But I've not started it up yet because I remembered all the reasons why I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would have. The way it forces a whole crafting-based management system on you to the point where, like, the story straight up stops until you craft certain items in the building mechanic stuff. And that's the point where I quit playing. I was like, alright, if I want to go back in, I'm going to have to deal with this at some point. And it's a real testament to the TV show that it's making me reconsider playing the game again. And I just quit at the worst possible point. And I'm not really a Bethesda hater either. I really like Starfield, which is, I'm like one of the 2 people on the entire planet. The other one probably being Todd Howard. I actually enjoyed Starfield. Like, if it wasn't so big, I would totally install it and be playing it every now and again. It's just a shame that game takes up so much hard drive space. Is Iroh not going to give us the answer? There it is. Enjoy your gift, Mohammed. 181 medals, let's go. I think most of my stream, I think the first half of my stream with me hating on Elon Musk and Grok for a good couple of hours. And then I'll play Marvel Rivals, because I want to try out the new character. I say new, they've added basically 3 new characters. It's Deadpool, Deadpool, and Deadpool. Because these are all 3 roles. I'll probably want to try out all 3 versions of him. Lagging issues? I hope not. It doesn't seem to have any issues on my end. Let me know if there are any issues. From what I can see, stream doesn't seem to be having any issues at the moment, but I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, hang on, there's a new feature on Blue Sky, isn't there, where you can say that you're live. Try this. Oh, and it gives you a timer as well, okay. We'll see how well this works. I normally use StreamerBot to make an automatic post to boost it whenever I go live, and then when I'm off stream, it automatically deletes it as well, which is usually pretty handy. I wonder if I can automate the whole going live bit as well. It might have been. So from what I can see, stream seems fine. I'm checking Twitch Inspector. It doesn't have any drop frames or anything. Let me have a quick double check though. This is usually what happens when you don't stream for a while. Something updates. And when OBS likes to update, it'll set everything back to default. So it might be a setting in OBS somewhere. It's only been a week as well. I'm annoyed how even after a week, it's like, hey, no, we're gonna screw things up for you. Let me try doing this. Thankfully, there are some settings I can change whilst I'm still live. I'll give it a minute before I move on. Just have to make sure it's not causing any more issues. One thing I realized as well recently, Elon Musk, I've been calling Elon Musk the digital Epstein, but the truth of the matter is he's probably created more indecent images of children than Epstein ever did, just by the sheer volume of people using Grok to create that kind of imagery right now. And the motherfucker is profiting off it by making it only people who pay for it can use it. Is it still lagging? If it is, there's always the option of just restarting my stream. From what I can tell, it's telling me it's not got any issues. So I feel like OBS is gaslighting me a little bit. Oh, hang on. It could be that Marvel Rivals was downloading in the background. It was downloading the update. It's done now. That could have been what caused it. No, but I would have noticed that, I think. Okay, we'll roll with it. We'll see how it goes. Let me start by doing my Duolingo. Let's play. Watch this.
Una falda diferente. Falda.
A different skirt, okay.
Con.
Camiseta.
Camiseta.
Cerrado.
Cerrado is... No, it's closed.
Barato. Barato. Con. Con.
Con. As in con carne, okay.
Yo quiero ese sombrero.
Yo quiero ese sombrero.
Sí.
Yes.
Naranja.
Naranja.
Falda.
Falda is a skirt, and then that's sombrero.
Una tienda diferente.
Una tienda diferente.
Un abrigo barato. Un abrigo barato.
Hang on, let me check my volume. That seems a bit too quiet for me, but...
Un abrigo barato. Un abrigo barato.
That sounds like what it's saying, but I think that's wrong. Barato, okay, yeah.
Ese vestido, por favor.
That dress, please.
Mi abrigo azul es caro, bonito y muy elegante.
Mi abrigo azul es cerrado. Is blue and is it cheap or is it expensive? Expensive. Caro. It's nice and elegant, okay.
Tiene.
Check it out. Abrigo. Bonito, there we go.
Vestido barato.
And expensive. No, is it a cheap?
Barato.
A cheap vestido, a coat, dress, different skirt, falda. Yo quiero ese abrigo rojo. Es muy bonito. La abrigo rojo es caro. El falda, no, other way around. El abrigo, la falda. Akib, how are you doing today, dude? Rojo. An expensive coat. Un abrigo caro. A cheap hat. Un sombrero barato.
Un abrigo barato.
Barato, there we go.
Un vestido barato.
Oh, hang on. A cheap dress. There we go. Alright, Duolingo over and done with. I can skip past all this. Do the Wordle. I'll accept all. Play. Okay. I'm gonna go with my go-to words. So I start off usually with yours and about. I got an A, a U, and an S. SU, something A. I was gonna say suits, but no. Funny. Okay, SU, something A, something. SU, something A, something. That's what it is. In sugar. No, it's not. Okay. I thought it was gonna be sugar. I'm doing pretty good. I've had like a week off streaming and I've not had the chance to stream because I've been focusing on doing some other stuff. I've been recording a lot of YouTube things with friends. I made a YouTube partner on that. Because I got 1,000 subs, which is hype as fuck. I've been planning on doing a lot of stuff with friends as well over the next week. Plus, I'm genuinely excited the fact that it doesn't get dark around 4 PM anymore. I mean, it is now because it's so cloudy. But the other day, it was 5 PM and the sun was still out. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane. We're getting more and more daylight now. I did get the A in the right place, though. No. Try this. Sweet. No, okay. I thought there might be an I and an E in there somewhere. Oh, dude, nicely done. I don't think I'd ever have the patience to do any of those types of runs. Oh, I am looking forward to RE9 though. Requiem's out in like a month, isn't it? Not gonna be SWAT or anything like that. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. You know what? Today's puzzle sucks. There was a sumac. I was never gonna get that. See, when it comes to doing the Wordle, my brain doesn't go to words in other languages. I always think it's gonna be an English word. So when it's like a foreign dish or food or something like that, it's one of the last things I'll think of. No, that was fiendishly difficult. Moving to time guesser. Is that I show speed? Okay, this is gonna be very recent. I know who he is. Which country is he in? I think this might be very recent. This might be 2025. Is he in America? LA. It's got an LA. Oh, he's wearing a football jersey. There's a guy with a Palestinian keffiyeh scarf there. I couldn't get it. I had to give up on that one in the end. This looks like it might be in America. I'm trying to think, where has he been in the last few years? Because that doesn't look like anything like we can get in the UK. I keep thinking it's like the start of February, but no, yeah, it's right at the end. So you got a whole other month to go through. Like a month and a bit. I'm gonna drop in LA. No, it was in Helsinki in Finland. Okay. See, I thought the football t-shirt might have been throwing me off, even though it got the Finnish flag on it, so I thought it wouldn't be, but no, yeah, it was Finland. I got the year right, though, at least. Okay, where are we? This looks like it... Oh, is this the... No, it's not. It's in French, though. Entree. This looks like it might be somewhere in Paris. Not the Louvre. It's not any of those, is it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Not the Arc de Triomphe. Is it this one? Doesn't look like it. Not the Pantheon. Okay, I'm gonna drop it in the middle of Paris and hope for the best. What year could this be? I'm seeing cars. Okay. So it'll be the after the 1940s. I'm gonna guess 1945. It'll be 1950. 1940. Crowds being an exhibition on French Freemasonry at the Paris Petit Palace. During the early months of Nazi occupation, the Vichy regime promoted anti-Masonic and anti-Semitic propaganda portraying Freemasonry as the reason for France's defeat. Okay. That's not on here. Oh, I have to zoom all the way in to see it. Okay. Oof, what do we have here? Okay, that's not English. I can tell that much. It's got... I'm seeing... Is this... Could this be like... No, hang on. It's not going to be the 30 Days of New York or anything. It's not going to be that. What country could this be? Oh, hang on. I spotted this. Istanbul, not Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Drop it here. Now, what year could this be? Can I see any cars here? I can see cars. What kind of cars have we got? 1950. 1983, okay. Children fishing on platform next to Galata Bridge in Istanbul, unbothered with a handwritten fishing prohibited warning on the metal beam. Oh, that's what it says. There's no fishing allowed. And they're all just fishing. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Bar, restaurant. Salon, okay. I'm seeing languages here like this. F. Rissel, okay. This could be German. Yeah, this looks like it might be German. We got bicycles. And we got a Volkswagen. Oh, okay, hang on. This would be... Is this twice I've gotten something involving Nazis now? Put it in Berlin. 1940. 1961, a street. Oh, Copenhagen, Denmark. Okay, early 60s. Okay, what does it say on this man's back here? I'm saying, oh, hang on. I should know what that flag is. Is that the Philippines? The Philippines don't have... Do they have mountains? With snow on them like this? Unless I'm completely getting it wrong. Or it could be a sporting event somewhere else. I'm seeing lots of flags. Okay, it could be... I'm seeing a... is that a Spanish flag or a pride flag in there? This could be people supporting the Philippines, like Winter Olympics or something. So in some other country. Because these buildings are very colourful. It seems almost Dutch even. Do you guys have any mountains? None that I can see. This is a very recent picture as well. Okay, hang on. Let me investigate this some more. This be? I was struggling it might be somewhere like the Netherlands or something. Or maybe even further up north. Would it give me Denmark again? I don't know if it would. Those cars are too far away, so I can't go by license plates. Oh, it looks like they might be processing, actually. Okay, so it's not a sporting event. I recognize the flag. And I want to say Philippines, but I don't think it is Philippines, is it? I'm gonna double check on Google just a little bit. Yeah, that's a Philippines flag. Okay, so it's not Philippines. I'm not sure why I was thinking that. Hang on, I recognize this flag. I should know this. Definitely somewhere in Europe. Somewhere where there's going to be mountains. And it's going to be a recent photo from the looks of it. On round 5, can I bring it back? I'm going to guess 2025. I'm going to do a Hail Mary. Throw it in Norway. (2026) Greenland. That's why I recognize the flag. It's the flag of Greenland. That's where I've seen it. That's why I recognize the flag. Greenland protesting outside the US consulate in New Greenland amid US expansionist threats from the Trump administration. This year, okay. 29, that's below my average. That's not a good score. Let's chat. Watch this. Okay. Oh no, hang on. I was gonna watch some stuff actually, so maybe I will go back in a second. I've got some videos I want you to watch. Let's play. Watch this. Let me pause my music. So the first video is one of ML's video, which I am now collaborating with because we are watching Avatar: The Last Airbender together on my channel. We've done our react to episode 1. We're doing episode 2 next week. I thought I'd watch some more of her videos I had queued up, I never got around to watching. So this is about an Undertale fan artist given a cookie with a needle inside.
Have you ever heard of someone who is so upset with another person's drawing online that they try and kill them? This is the
I've not, but tell me more, bestie.
Who was given a cookie with a needle inside. Buckle up because this one is a lot.
It covers a lot of things like this regarding the cosplay community or fandoms in general.
If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is ML. I am a cosplayer. I make videos based on conventions and cosplay and all lots of different nerdy things like that. I'm sure you don't need a whole long intro, so let's just get into the story. Back in 2017, there was a Tumblr fan artist who mainly specialized in Undertale fan art and things like that. Their name was Avamedes. I'm assuming this is how you pronounce it. It looks very similar to Archimedes. If you know, you know. So Avamedes was attending a Comic-Con in Taiwan. Now it's not clear if Avamedes was invited to this con as a guest or as like a con stall holder, or if they were just kind of attending the con. While they were there, someone came and gave them a cookie. When they bit into the cookie, they were greeted by a sharp pain, a lot of blood, and
oh dear.
Sharp and metal. In other words, they had bitten into a cookie that had a needle inside. So of course, this is absolutely insane.
That's such a fucking crazy thing to do to another human being.
What happened to them on a website called Plurk, and they said, "Warning, these photos contain a lot of blood. I'm very sorry that I haven't had a chance to say my thanks for the convention, and I am venting, but I received a needle in my dessert gift from the convention. Thank you, I have one more piercing now. I am not trying to ask for comfort, I am only trying to tell everyone how serious is this matter, so do not comfort me. This matter is unable to be investigated and hopeless to be investigated. This matter has made me lost of trust towards something, but from today onwards I will not be accepting any more handmade food by others. Any more follow-up and notice will be posted if there's any. Thank you for your attention." Avamedes also posted a photo of what they found. It's a picture of a cookie chewed with a needle and lots of blood. It's not pleasant, so look away now if you don't want to see it.
Oh dear.
Obviously this is very insane and that picture was really disgusting, but what would actually motivate someone to attempt murder on another person? So a little bit about Avamedes is, like I mentioned before, they are a
Like legit, planning and committing a murder is a lot of fucking work.
of the video game Undertale. For those of you who don't know, Undertale is a role-playing game. The player controls a child character called Frisk and completes objectives in order to progress through the story. Players explore an underground world filled with towns and caves and are required to solve numerous puzzles on their adventure. So we have one character called Frisk, who I mentioned is a child, and then there's another character who Avamedes also really liked called Sans. Sans is a skeleton wearing like a tracksuit hoodie outfit. He is an NPC, and from everything I've gathered, he is meant to be an adult. So Avamedes would frequently draw ship art. For those of you who don't know what shipping is, it's basically when you take two characters and you want them to be together and you like put them together. And
You don't tell me this is the reason someone tried to kill another human being.
some people write stories about them, people cosplay them together. So these characters don't actually have to like each other and they don't actually have to be together in the series that they're from. So a really classic example of this is things like Dramini, like if anyone remembers that, like from the Harry Potter times, where people would ship Draco and Hermione, even though like they're not together and they weren't anything like that, people just wanted them to be together. Things like Spy and Sniper from Team Fortress, I'm sure you can think of loads. This is like a fandom 101 situation. Everyone was doing it. So you remember that character I mentioned before called Frisk, the child character? So Avamedes would ship this with the adult skeleton character of Sans. Now, yes, they are not real. They don't exist. Still a little bit sus in my humble opinion. So from what I could find as well, I think Avamedes did do some kind of not safe for
I didn't know Sans even had an age.
came up when I searched for this, and I wasn't too sure about how much of it was actually Avamedes' work and how much of it was just kind of showing up in the search results. But just know that like the main problem with people and this person was that they were shipping this child with this very clear adult character. So the actual reasoning behind why Avamedes was given this cookie with a needle inside is kind of unknown. The leading theory is that it was someone who was upset with this ship and they kind of disguised themselves as a fan and then went in and gave Avamedes a cookie and they...
That is essentially literally a premeditated murder though, isn't it? Pretty sure that's pretty fucking illegal.
However, from what I've researched, it's a bit unknown as to whether this actually was the reason why or whether it was something else entirely. When you read Avamedes' original post where she explains that she bit this cookie and there was a needle, it doesn't actually mention anything about Undertale, but then again maybe she didn't want to draw attention to it, so this could potentially be a reason why. But there was also no mention of this person being a fan. So for all we know, this could have just been a random person giving out cookies. One of them happened to have a needle inside. Like, this might not have even been targeted at Avamedes.
Oh man, I think that makes it even worse, knowing someone going around giving cookies with needles in it to people.
Avamedes just kind of made this up and photoshopped the image. I'm going to be 100% clear. I don't think this was the case. It looked very real, and things like this unfortunately do happen, and it's one of the reasons you should be so careful. I think it's something that really needs to be discussed, because if a stranger just came up to you on the street and offered you a cookie, the chance of you accepting that cookie is probably going to be none. You're probably going to be like, no, thank you. However, when you're at a convention and you're with lots of like-minded people, people do tend to feel a little bit safer and would probably accept things that on a normal occasion they wouldn't. This is something everyone needs to be really, really careful of, because unfortunately not everyone has a pure mind and a pure intention, and some people are up to no good. So just be really careful when you're at these places about what you consume, who you accept things from, and you know, just remember saying no is a very valid response. As for the theory, the first time we actually see that in action was when a Twitter user called Shit and Yuan. They tweeted,
Sounds like a Twitter user to me.
and then that tweet was in a Tumblr thread, and the thread was titled, "How about we don't hurt real people over fictional ships?" There is a part of this Tumblr thread which reads, "From discussion, in brackets, Twitter, Reddit, it seems likely that she was given these cookies because she draws Sans/Frisk art, and a fan decided that drawing a ship they didn't like was worthy of attempted murder." However, when I looked through the thread, there was no actual evidence of anything. It was just kind of a load of people looking like they were talking to themselves, so I'm assuming some of the tweets probably got deleted, and then other people going, "Oh my god, this is so bad, oh my god, this shouldn't happen." So I think it's just a load of people kind of just sounding off. As for the Reddit post, this one is quite similar, and they're kind of just saying they don't really know anything, and they're just kind of telling people the situation as far as they do know. In the Reddit post, there is a piece which says, "While the fans' motives are not 100% confirmed, people are assuming that the motive was a hatred of a ship the artist draws. I have not looked into this myself, so if anyone can confirm that would be great, but
I mean, art is supposed to elicit an emotion out of people, right? I guess this technically counts.
I do not know the name.
Even though it might not be the intended effect, I guess.
One person I've seen said that Frisk is aged up, but again, that's not something I can confirm. But I have seen some people react violently online to ships of this nature, so I would not be surprised if that was the reason. In other words, they just don't know. What I've learned from this story is that a lot of things were just kind of passed along the grapevine, and people just took from here, took from there, and kind of put together this story. Unfortunately, I can kind of see this being a case of someone just not liking art and doing this. People are unhinged, and unfortunately these kind of communities do attract a lot of people that just have—
I mean, you get stories like this happening all the time at conventions. Like there was a fucking gas attack once at a furry convention
There's a lot of people like this
with like chlorine gas.
Again, I'm not saying that I
Because people are, like she said, unhinged.
a bit odd. I think there's a lot of different characters that you can draw instead, but whatever reasoning, you don't try and kill someone because you don't like it. Like, that's wild. I tried to find some information about what Abramedes is doing today, and all I could find was a Twitter, or I guess X, account which is just privated and there's nothing on it. I did also come across a profile on like a furry website called Fur Affinity, and there was like some artwork on there, so I'm not entirely sure what is going on with them. Whatever's happening, I hope they're okay, I hope they're doing well, and I hope they're not drawing questionable art. I think the biggest takeaway from this video is just be really careful who you are accepting food, and not just food but like anything from, because unfortunately not everyone has good intentions, and it's better to be safe than sorry.
I think that's become doubly the case now recently. Like, just don't accept candy from strangers, I guess.
And it still gets comments on it to this day, and I'm constantly flagged up this video on my phone. So I thought I'd just make like a bigger deep dive and put some more context out there. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm sure you've noticed as well, my channel has kind of changed a lot. I am kind of revamping it. I've removed like a lot of old videos, and I am onto bigger and better things. So please watch this space, and if you have any convention stories you want me to talk about,
I'm gonna give her a like. I fucking love ML and her content.
just anything in general that you want.
Everyone should go subscribe to her because she's great.
I do read all the comments.
And yes, I am biased because she's my friend and we do content together as well.
Close now to reaching 100,000 subscribers. I want this to happen so bad, and I'm so
Alright, I'm gonna
excited.
skip to my next video, which is a completely random video I saw that I wanted to add in. So I always love the fact that Breaking Bad gets so many fucking good edits like this, because fans of Breaking Bad apparently are all videographers.
You've been busy.
1,000 gallons of methylamine is worth more in my hands than it is in yours, or anyone else's for that matter. You've got the greatest meth cook in America, no, the two greatest meth cooks in America, right here. And with our skills, you'll earn more from that 35% than you ever would on your own.
You're after the wrong guy.
Hey guys, something. Oh, what the hell was that? I believe this is yours, Captain America.
Brody, you want to take Cap?
Got two in the terminal, Wilson and Barnes.
What the hell is that? Everyone's got a gimmick now.
I like that they made the pizza his weapon. Holy shit.
All right, there's two on the parking deck. One of them's Maximoff. I'm gonna grab her.
I'm not gonna lie, Wanda could have easily soloed all of them at this point if she was actually taking it serious.
You locked me in my room.
I did it to protect you. Hey, Clint.
Hey, man.
Clearly, retirement doesn't suit you. Got tired of shooting golf.
Please be advised that due to an ongoing drug war outside, the flight to Alaska has been canceled.
You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious!
It's ridiculous amount of effort they put into stupid fucking edit. They've got full on like 3D rendered CGI and everything.
Anything else?
I need your help.
Yes, I'm coming. Okay, okay. Talk to me.
You got hard, kid.
Is this part of the plan?
Well, my plan was go easy on him.
No, I'm good. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
Walt. I won.
Get lost, Squidward.
I just love shit like this. When people put more effort into this than like actual movies do these days. Or to be fair, it's not the artist's fault. It's usually the studios punching people and not paying them enough.
All of them, they did not. They were supposed to explain redactions. They did not. They were supposed to have limited redactions that did not allow them to redact on the basis of embarrassment or for politically exposed people. They did that. They redacted actual people who were
This is
investigated
CoffeeZilla.
in the Epstein case, not just the victims. And this is in violation of the bipartisan law that Donald Trump signed only months ago. It's a law called the Epstein Transparency Act. And
I'm wondering why more people aren't mad at the fact that, you know, for the longest time, he denied any of these ever existing, and then now he released them so heavily redacted. I'm surprised the MAGA crowd aren't calling him out on the very obvious lie when he said, oh, there is no Epstein list, or these files don't exist, and then suddenly they do, but now they're all redacted. It's like the most transparent fucking lie out there, and yet somehow people aren't like saying, hey, this president has been lying to us for months.
Or if it's a victim,
Calling these a hoax, saying if they existed, Biden would have released them or something if he was in them. Like the whole fact that he lied about the drawing he did for Epstein's birthday card, and then that got posted online and showed, you know, confirmed he did do that drawing that he actually signed himself.
possible perpetrators. They're redacting
Actually crazy.
But they also haven't explained anything they did redact. And on the DOJ website, you can see that they are just not interested in following the law here because they say they're going to redact personal information pertaining to victims, which is according to the law. Then they say other private individuals. But that, again, is not what the law says. The law makes no provision for that. So the DOJ has sort of taken the law that was passed and kind of just like reinterpreted it. And even still, they're not complying with it because, as I said, they were supposed to release everything by a certain day. Here's the status of that. So far, 2.4% of the total pages that are under review have been released. They say they have, and I'm not even kidding, 5 million pages of documents related to Epstein. They also say they have 2 million documents under review. So far, they've released 12,000.
And we had Elon even confirming that Trump was in the Epstein files
with no explanation.
when they had the little public divorce.
No explanation of this.
The world's most public breakup.
Crazy. And like what I can't wrap my head around is my entire life
I miss when they were arguing. I hope they argue again soon.
Power, or were able to do things. They made laws, and you had to follow those laws, right? That's really important to follow the laws Congress passes. But maybe not. We're seeing that the DOJ is really testing that here because theoretically, who would enforce the laws that Congress is, making? Probably the DOJ, the Department of Justice. What if the Department of Justice isn't following the laws? Who is going to get them in trouble? Because Pam Bondi is just
I'm pretty sure the whole reason the fucking Second Amendment is a thing is so people can, like, hold the government accountable when they aren't following the law. And are, tyrannical, but I doubt we'll ever see that happen.
Even if we did,
In terms of the people that love guns also love tyranny. Who would have guessed?
Responsible for any of this because there was a petition of the court to appoint something called an independent monitor and special master. Specifically, this was to force them to comply with the law. This was written by a Republican and Democrat, and it says, put simply, the DOJ cannot be trusted with making mandatory disclosures under the act, and essentially they have to put someone independent in charge of this whole event. And the Department of Justice wrote in today that they don't believe there's a cause of action here by the Epstein Transparency Act. So even if there is a consequence, if a statute does not specify a consequence for noncompliance with statutory timing provisions, the federal courts will not in the ordinary course impose their own coercive sanction. So what exactly can they get in trouble with if they don't comply with this? If they just redact whatever they want, they don't provide a summary of what they redacted, they redact people they shouldn't have redacted, who is going to get them in trouble? I mean, basically they're arguing to a court. They're like, well, they didn't say what's going to happen to us if we didn't comply with it. So that's kind of on them. It's actually amazing to watch the flagrantness in which they do this. It's so brazen. I want to play a clip of one of the Republicans who actually wrote this whole appointment of an independent monitor. He talks on breaking points about, what their goal is, and I just think it's worth listening to.
Pam Bondi is violating the law. She missed the December 19th deadline. She missed the deadline 15 days after that, where they had to justify redactions and give Congress a list of politicians who were involved in the Epstein files. So they missed 2 deadlines. But I'm concerned.
Like, legitimately, though, if it was like a Democrat, or like president doing all of this, or Democrat government, MAGA would be frothing at the throat to hold them accountable for it.
They're disobeying the law because I think they're trying to test and see if there's any way it can be enforced.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're like half complying with the law, but specifically not with the parts that actually matter. And then they're telling the court, well, there's no cause of action to force us to actually do it. And who ultimately is going to stop them? Who's going to prosecute the government? The government won't. I mean, what are we talking about here? And what's interesting about this is that clearly not everybody is happy about this. This has actually been hugely humiliating for people who basically ran on the whole, we're going to release the Epstein files. Remember Dan Bongino, the guy who's been humiliating himself on national TV saying like, oh, I looked at the files.
I've seen the whole file. He himself.
But also the guy who a few years ago was like, dude, we have to look into the Epstein files.
There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there.
Well, he apparently was thinking about resigning amid the Epstein fallout after the July 5th memo disaster, and then actually did resign. The announcement was a few days before the final release of the Epstein files, the latest deadline. He decided he was going to resign on that day. This is his last post about it. It was a busy last day on the job. This will be my last post on my account. Tomorrow, I will return to civilian life. And honestly, I can't think of a more humiliating thing to happen to somebody, to go into public office and be like, we're going to fight the deep state, and then leave having done nothing to fight the deep state.
It's like the fucking casino mask. My job here is done.
Like, what I have learned has shocked me to my core.
I've lost count how many times I've gone viral this year. I think I need to start making like a counter or something, or keeping track of it. It happens on average like once a month, I think, usually. I just wish they kept my reply in it, although the reply was fucking great.
children are shot in the head by Israeli snipers. Is that not the fault of Israeli snipers?
What did those children do?
What did the
What did those motherfucker? Holy shit! Yeah. Killing children. It's that fucking meme. It's that meme. Hang on. There's a meme about this. I've seen this before. It's this motherfucker. But we can kill guilty children, right? We shouldn't kill innocent children, but guilty children on the other hand, absolutely fine. This is the extent of his morality, and like, this scene gets memed so fucking hard. We shouldn't kill innocent children, but we can kill guilty children. 100%. This is who he is.
You tell me.
Or having some generic white influencer holding up some innocuous
Like, it can be a very good tool for editing. Let's say you want to remove the background for something that doesn't have a green screen, right? Let's say you want to edit a clip from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and take alt out of that and put them into a scene from another show. You could use AI to, like, get rid of the background and edit it into whatever. But no, people are using it for this stupid, unoriginal shit.
bottom oil that has an indiscriminate language on it that simply doesn't exist. In fact,
Exactly, I like doing bullshit like that, Kim.
that I now get offered when it comes to sponsorships is
Yeah, that's one tool I like using AI for, is removing the background for things, because that legitimately helps with editing. It cuts out like literally an hour's worth of work when it comes to photo editing. Just removing the background from images so you can edit them properly yourself, right? That's the kind of thing I think it should be used for. Well, I've returned. I restarted my stream just to make sure that if there was any issues before, it's probably gone now. I usually fixes anything. Right, Chrome, how are you doing? I'm hoping you're doing good. I know I've not been streaming a lot this week, but hopefully I can do a pretty good long stream today. I've got one more video here about hating Grok and Elon Musk, which I love to do. And then I'm going to move on to playing some Marvel Rivals. So let me start by hitting play on this video.
This video
I just popped up on recommended.
Topics, but because I don't want to use words like grape and essay, there will be unfortunate editing to my words, and I just hope that doesn't take away from the seriousness of the message. I go through phases of using Twitter, or X, if you're weird. I scroll for 10 seconds.
I call it shitter. That's what it's become.
Slim Jim smelling man trying to justify dating a 15-year-old. And he's 29. Keep scrolling and maybe you'll get lucky to find a woman's tweet about loving herself. Awesome. Don't look at the replies though, because it'll be filled with non-profile picture accounts telling her to get raped. And with new developments, she's gonna get unclothed, as well as her 8-year-old sister. Don't you love freedom of speech? Heads up, a pre-recorded ad read will be included in this video coming up soon. It's needed for my content so that I can keep educating my community about the grossness that is the internet, so I appreciate you for understanding that. But let's get back to getting very angry. Grok AI was launched in November.
I'm hoping the rest of the year ends up being better for you, dude.
And if you somehow have not caught on, anything that man touches turns into disaster. It has gotten in heat before when praising Hitler.
I'm surprised people still like Elon when every single thing he has, like, literally acquired becomes worse.
Of the Holocaust, publishing fantasies.
Like, we all know he doesn't invent anything. He just buys companies and then he ruins them.
This channel once, and after I educated myself, it has never again and will never again. I never knew that Grok had an image generator until a few days ago when this mess began. That's how little I'm on Twitter. It is a dark and angry place.
Sarah, hello, how are you doing today?
In 2024, there was issues with the AI image generator, as Elon designed it to be specifically anti-woke in order to be competition with OpenAI, which is apparently biased. This led to politicians being generated.
I mean, the whole reason he bought Twitter was to get rid of all the bots, right? Except when he bought it, he just created more and more bots.
Image generation got recently out of hand, but late December is when it's clear to have worsened its issues in terms of predatory advances. Let's quickly talk about the sponsor of today's video so that we can get right into it. Let's be real. The internet is full of shady sites and trackers, so online safety is more important than ever, and that's why you need a solid VPN. Huge thanks to CyberGhost VPN for being the sponsor of today's video. CyberGhost routes your traffic through a secure encrypted tunnel.
Anyone who does still like him is probably really fucking deluded by this point.
Turn on CyberGhost VPN before you browse, and it encrypts and reroutes.
But maybe it's the sudden cock fallacy.
traffic through their secure servers.
And they don't want to admit they were wrong about him, so they have to go balls in.
CyberGhost VPN doesn't keep logs, so not even themselves know what you're doing online. With just a few clicks, you can change your virtual location and unlock geo-blocked content from tons of streaming services, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so many more.
Yeah, 100%. And because of the way the algorithm shows you recommended posts, which are popular, and all the popular posts are just porn bots, you're going to get them recommended to you constantly.
One subscription covers up to 7 devices, which is perfect for sharing with family or friends. Right now, they're offering $2.03 a month plus 4 free months. That is 84% off, along with a 45 money-back guarantee and 24/7 support. Join over 38 million users and
Plus, the barrier to entry to getting a job as an ICE agent is so fucking low. Even people who never applied for the job ended up geting jobs there. And like, hey, how the hell did this happen? It's because they're so fucking bad at the whole application process and just accept literally anyone.
Usernames in my video. Go to hell, Adrian. Insanely enough, Grok has been apologizing for generating said CSAM content. You heard that right. AI is now apologizing. Journalism has absolutely peaked at the concept of a random Twitter user asking Grok to write a heartfelt notes app sorry, and it being cited as a real apology in articles, while the creator of Grok asks to be put in a bikini himself and has said so little about the situation besides—
It shouldn't surprise anyone, because remember when Elon Musk had an alt burner account where he was pretending to be his own son and posting about sex while role-playing as a toddler?
Not disabled when children's clothing were being taken off. As I wrote this video a few days ago, children and women were being violated and still are publicly for anyone to see.
Hey y'all, Editing Alley here. This video might require a part 2 because daily as I'm making this video, new things just keep coming out about banning Grok or the possibilities of banning.
I think they need to nuke the Grok data center from orbit. I think that's the only way life can move on and things can be better. We gotta nuke that data center from orbit.
This is a country with representatives that care about women and children.
And that's what's such a big difference too. Disgustingly so, undressing programs have existed for years. Unclothed—
I'm fairly certain you can be illiterate and still somehow manage to get a job as an ICE agent. I'm pretty sure most of them already are illiterate.
Alone to goon to. They are too in love with the concept of molestation and a power dynamic to go to a free Twitter account or a star on the hub that is consenting. But they would never do that because she's a whore, right?
Mystic Morana, hello, how are you doing today?
Typically, that's a private act, though, that they get to hide from their girl best friend or the mother whose child that is. Don't get me wrong, there's no difference in how disgusting it is, whether it's public or not. But now—
It's wild, right? Because they rally so much against saying, like, oh, we can't give teachers all these benefits and stuff because it costs too much, and we can't do it because the government are just too poor. And then they give all of that stuff to ICE agents? It's like, damn. These are the salaries and benefits teachers have been asking for decades.
to stand up for themselves.
But apparently, I guess deporting immigrants is more important than educating children and making them safe.
In the making of these photos, they are smacked in the face with, well,
It's a real slap in the face, honestly.
realizes uploading pictures of herself publicly online comes with the risk. Someone posting a clothed photo of themselves online gives absolutely nobody permission to alter that image. I've posted a photo of myself in a bikini, and I consented to that. If I post a clothed photo and you enter it into Grok, which has been done, thank you very much, you fucking weirdos. You are contributing to rape culture as you are receiving a high from doing something that—
I genuinely think like they should get everyone who's used Grok to do something like that and just put them on the register.
Why does this need explained, and how do people not understand?
Because it is an offense at this point. I think they need to be registered as offenders, and it should be on their criminal history.
And why are women being blamed?
And they're doing it publicly as well. It wouldn't be impossible to find out who's been doing it and why, and making sure their employer knows.
It always goes back to, well, what was she wearing? There has never been so much free porn in the history of the internet than there is today.
It's gone to a point where it doesn't even matter what she was wearing. They're going to use AI to change it anyway.
Has TPS. Okay, tip per second. Yet these people want to unclothe a woman wearing a hijab. A hijab is the most important form of modesty and connection to faith, while being also a form of protection from invasive men. Yet many people's first thought was to take that off and put on her leggings. Are you?
I think the worst thing of all is even when there's an election happens, we know for a fact that if the Democrats do get elected, they're probably not going to abolish ICE. America is that badly screwed.
That's the main issue here, but there are women that I have problems with too. Not sure if this is rage bait, and in case it is, I will not be giving her any clout and showing her profile picture or her username. But this Twitter user claims that women need to stop complaining and see this as a blessing. And when confronted about, well, what about the children? Her reply then was, womp womp, it's not on my feed, so why is it bothering you so much? Thank God the majority of replies are eating her ass up. It gives me a tiny little bit of faith in humanity, but pure disappointment towards her for doing nothing but trying to take advantage of the situation and not standing up for her fellow women and their children. I massively respect all of the women speaking out about what is going on.
It'll be interesting to see if Trump can make it to the end of his 4-year term without getting impeached for a third time.
A certain community, I will be too. When I've seen women talk about this issue, they are immediately made to feel small in the replies, and to stay quiet, they are humiliated. But that's what these chode-ass people want. They want you to be quiet, and that just makes me—
Yeah, you're not wrong, right, Ron?
I have not talked enough about this situation.
It's why I think they should be registered as offenders.
Panda, Ashi, Theo, Champion, Carlin, Caleb, Andrew, Matt, Ryan, Bruce.
Is there an echo? It might be. Hang on, this volume might be too high. I think my microphone's picking up the video.
I can plaster your usernames and tweets on here because it's public for anyone to see. Right? To test the waters, a user asks Grok to guess the ages of those in an image that it just generated. And it can tell that they are from the ages of 12 to 16.
Honestly, I generally think, right, people who do this shit should be on the sex offenders registry. And I think people who are on the sex offenders registry should not be allowed to earn any money. Do the whole China social credit system thing. But obviously, for people who do creepy shit like this.
At all? Actually, don't answer that. It was. It was very predictable. I just think they didn't care. If they did, again, instead of Elon puffing his chest and wiggling his finger, the software would have been disabled until tackling the issue. Important to note that we are just seeing what's public. The private premium Grok service is a whole new ballpark. The whole subreddit for Grok is full of people trying to perfect their prompts of not safe for work content, and you guessed it, young girls can and will pop up there. Of course, the Redditors are angry at those who have an issue with this problem and are claiming that it's only OF models that are mad because then that means there's more competition. Hey, so that's not what's happening here. Anyone with a brain can understand how not okay and rapey this is. Respectful and mature sex workers understand the importance of consent because their entire job relies on it. You just have to be a decent human being to be frustrated about the situation. I found this comment in the depths of a Reddit post. As a guy who has women in his life and family, where's this going? I think it's gross that you can take someone's clothed picture and have them violated. I was scared for a minute. The gooner in me likes it though. What the fuck? I wish I could send
Who the fuck fully understands what they're saying is wrong and then says it anyway? Holy shit.
Had an unfathomable amount of power, you wouldn't know. But there'd be signs. This situation brings up a huge argument of who's at fault. It's the user's fault for initiating that image generation. Absolutely. But why are we not equally as mad at the concept of Grok as a platform being able to produce undressed children?
Slow down a bit more.
Anybody at all being able to be undressed and posted publicly. Why is that prompt able to be made?
Well, it's what let's just say when America catches a cold, sneezes, England catches a cold, right?
In the end,
That's just how linked they are.
to happen and continue to happen. If you provide a source for predators, they're going to use it. Period. It doesn't make the predator any less wrong, but they still made a source for predators. I think many things can be said where it's the user's fault, but in this case, It's both. It's absolutely both. That's why I will not accept the excuse of this being user error. Whose fault it isn't are the victims whose photos are being stripped from their non-lewd pages. For those who think it's the woman's fault for having photos online publicly, they are the same as people who believe victims were asking for it and deserve it for just existing when it comes to assault. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention enough. Renee Good, the woman and mother of 3 who was shot and murdered after dropping her 6-year-old.
This world has got to a point where like MAGA aren't defending the death of a white person anymore either.
In a bikini,
They're that fucking radicalized.
By right-wing propaganda, saying that she deserved it when the officer, Jonathan Ross, say the terrorist's name, Jonathan Ross, was in no way, shape, or form being threatened while masked up with a weapon.
When I first saw the name Jonathan Ross trending on Twitter, I thought, hang on, why does everyone hate that BBC presenter now? Like, what did he do recently? And I was reading through the post, and I didn't realize until someone mentioned Renee Good that they're talking about the ICE agent. So I was reading all these hate posts about him, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I guess that shouldn't surprise me, considering he was friends with Russell Brand.
Her window.
But for a good like hour or two, I thought they were talking about the BBC host, the TV show host, whatever.
Until it is publicized that users have been criminally charged for making images of children or minors, or really anyone, but
Tommy Robinson, yeah.
oh my god, those are so fucked up. We have right to believe
The
that
fucking the people who follow Tommy Robinson are absolutely blind as all hell, considering he talks so much about how much he hates Islam and Muslims, and then fucking goes to Dubai. And like, oh, so much better over here, right?
I feel that the internet cannot get any worse, I'm proven wrong. I want to give you guys all of the resources possible that can be copy and pasted to send to anyone in need of them, or if you need them yourself, it'll all be linked in the description below, such as ncii.org, which stands for Stop Non-Consensual Internet Image Abuse, the Revenge Porn Hotline, which also provides help for other forms of domestic abuse, and 2 other sources unless I find more that are specific to help minors. I am so sorry if those sources are needed to you or somebody that you know.
That's basically the end of her video. Watch this. Let me change my game category now. Let's see the new update for Marvel Rivals. We go. Dubai is so fake and manufactured. Like, legitimately, that place has no culture whatsoever. It's for people who are devoid of it. Like you say, olive oil. Fucking olives don't even grow in that part of fucking Saudi Arabia either. They're imported. That's how fake it is. Game wants to show up on my screen. There we go. Let's bring it up on stream as well. I've seen a few of Memulus's videos. He does some pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's because it's just one big marketing push, and the whole thing is literally made on slave labor. That's why it became something that existed like so recently, so quickly. It's like rapidly developing. Like, damn, how do they manage to do this? Oh, right, human rights violations. That's how. Shouldn't be surprising anyone, should it? Oh, hang on, it's disconnected. Have a look. Is there anything I can do about this?